Guys, Herblin here with a new episode of the Curious Expedition. Now, you might be wondering why I'm restarting this series again here, but I keep running into issues where my save files are deleting with updates or with something going on. I guess this is the kind of game you're supposed to kind of play through all at once. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'll release the videos one a day. I don't want to just spam out, 5, 6, 7 videos all at once, but I'm going to go through and do a playthrough. And I'm just going to start as a new character. I'm going to play as Frederick Courteney Selous. He's a British explorer and officer, world famous big game hunter. He gets a Jungle Explorer perk. He gets 2 bottles of whiskey, some rope. He gets a campsite that he can use once to camp in the wilderness. He has a hunting rifle and a shovel. He also has a cook, a Parsi trader, and a donkey, which is going to help out a lot, having those extra people to carry things. The donkey carries a lot of extra gear, and you can actually mount the donkey if you are so inclined and use it as a combat modifier as well. So we're going to be against Charles Darwin, Mary Kingsley, Nikola Tesla, and Dion Fortune, going on expedition yet again, and we're going to pick the Curious Jungle to start off in, our only option, so it wasn't really a pick. So a rich foreigner named Sir Dare Ilmages something greeted me. He explained that he used to live in the area we were heading to before coming to England with a crew. He thereafter settled and invested here and requested that I find his wife in his former village and guide her to London. So I'm going to accept that quest. That's pretty cool. We can escort her back to London. Normally we start off with missionary quests, so I'm quite happy to have something a little bit different to do. But yeah, so this game kept removing my save files, some of my save data, which is really frustrating. I'm trying to record and I'm having a lot of fun playing it, but I keep losing that save information. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just part of the game, or with the updates if I'm losing it. But who knows? So we're going to start over again, and we're going to make sure that we get through all this, and I'll have all the recordings before I start uploading one. And again, I'll just upload one a day because I don't want to spam them all out. So the journey across the ocean brought many wondrous sightings of marine life before we finally reached the shore of our expedition area. The foreign landscape beckoned us to explore, so let's begin our expedition. Right off the boat, thankfully, the rich foreigner had indicated the location of his former village on our map. I was curious to see if we'd find his beloved wife there. So she's just down here. Not too far at all, right off the coast. Very, very convenient. And it looks like the temple that we're looking for is just somewhere off to the west. Not too far in, hopefully. Probably. It's the first map. I'm sure we won't run into too many problems. So let's enter the very first village. We arrived at a native village. This group effortlessly demanded respect as they were a shamanistic group. As we approached the village, we were immediately approached by a native. She introduced herself as Tafiz, and it transpired she was the wife we were asked to escort back to London. Without further ado, she happily joined on our trek and began to show us around the village. The villagers seemed very happy about our appearance and welcomed us with open arms. The natives seemed to have heard pleasant things. So, let's see if anybody else will join us. We can get a couple people want to join us. We can get a water buffalo, a shaman, or an animal handler. I'm not sure what an animal handler does. What does it say? Do these tell us? Oh, they give us animal capacity increases. And this person is sexist, so they won't get along with members of the opposite group. We can get a water buffalo, or we can get a shaman who gains sanity from eating mushrooms and has a fear of being closed in small spaces, possibly like a ship on the voyage home. Let's take the shaman. So Vuma the shaman joined on our trek. Our time with the natives was a delight. They remained friendly and offered us more help, so let's take a rest just for the night, build up some of our sanity. So they held a ritual ceremony. They offered us a bowl of boiled food that had a delicious aroma to it. Supposedly it would taste like chicken. Vuma was taken aback and informed us that it was possible that the meat was human flesh. Let's eat it anyways. Let's get some sanity. Oh, we lost sanity because we ate human flesh. Ooh, but we gained standing. That wasn't worth it. Okay, so they offered us the meat. It had a disgusting aroma to it. It looked a bit like monkey meat. We ate it. But we gained sanity from staying for the night. So this was kind of a big waste. So any prior tension was beginning to abate. They remained very polite. and offered us more help. So let's rest here for another night. We're going to refuse this time for that meat. I politely refuse. From the bull, we sleep, we get our sanity and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the interaction with the natives was splendid, but there was an undercurrent of distrust. So we're wearing out our welcome pretty quickly. Is there anything we can trade with them before we go? They got a golden necklace, but I don't... Oh, I could give them a tent and get a whole bunch of stuff. I guess that tent's very valuable. You know what? Screw it. We'll keep the tent. That tent's going to save our ass someday. So Tefis says farewell, and she mentioned that she'd like to visit a holy shrine to receive blessings for her travels. So hopefully she pointed that out for us. Is that way over there? Is that it? Way, way, way off to the west? Probably way past anywhere that we ever want to go. That's probably it. Oh well. Let's try to make our way there. Oh hey, a cheetah. Can we attack this thing? Let's attack this thing. Let's get some pelts. So our first roll, we get our quick shot. Ooh, we don't have a lot of other stuff we can use, huh? What is all this stuff going to do for us? That's going to give us a kick. That's 3 damage right there. Bright of Unity, that's a healing move. What else are we going to get out of this? Let's try... Oh, we can poison the enemy. The shaman has all these little cool magic tricks. That's really cool. So Rite of Healing, we get 2 shield out of it. We don't really need the healing. That'll be cool next time, though, when we're hurt. We'll definitely want those. So let's end this round. Oh, it poisoned. It took it right down. And it's cut into us. It's got us bleeding. But for the most part, we did pretty good there. We got really lucky. So let's see. What does this give us? Evade? Or we can do a riposte, I believe. Yep, 2 damage and 2 shield. Let's take that down just a notch. Let's get our healing going up. We get a shield out of that as well. Let's hold on to that magic dice and see if we can do anything else with it. We'll get an aimed shot for... Oh, that just killed it right away. 1 standing lost, but we killed this thing. We get some meat, and we have a cook now. So we can actually use the cook to cook up that meat and get us some sanity back. Look at that. Very little sanity, but some all the same. We don't have any ability to promote anybody quite yet, but we should promote that cook. She's going to save us. I think she's going to be the savior of our travels and keeping us well fed, and every time we fight something, we can just eat it. So let's see what's in here. So it would serve as a basic shelter against the elements. This really cool rock overhang. Looks like there's already a campfire set up there, so let's just rest overnight. So we settled down. Not a sound was heard tonight as we sat around the fire. I laid awake and listened to the chaotic wildlife surrounding me. I'd be wondering if there is any way to foresee the kind of dangers that awaited me. Okay, so we're resting for a couple days. Hopefully we're not losing the race at this point, because that would be very unfortunate. But we're going to leave. We've got 85 sanity built up. No, we're still doing great. I think this is the shrine. Why is her loyalty decreasing? Oh, she's an alcoholic. She needs to drink to have loyalty. So a temple, long forgotten by mankind, stood bathed in its light. It's a bold testament to the power of its creators. The portal that led inside emitted an eerie chill. I could swear that I heard the sound of rushing water beneath our feet. So this is a water shrine. We're going to have to make a quick skedaddle out of here once we do this. But let's take all the items. There's a golden eggplant and a golden goblet. I mean, that's kind of weird. Like, who builds a golden eggplant? I don't know. Maybe it means something to the people here. And we lose 3 standing, and water is bursting from our feet. And we've got to make a quick run for it. So, somewhere to the northwest. Somewhere to the northwest is our golden pyramid. It's right here. Oh, it's right there. Should we... I wonder if we can make it to that butterfly. That would be really cool if we could. But I don't think we will. I don't think we will with that water coming up around our feet. I feel like this temple is going to be... I don't know how we're going to get here if we leave it for too much longer. So I'm just going to call it there. I'm going to enter the temple. You know, we've already got the golden stuff. We could lose it in the water if we went after it. We could chase a butterfly. We'll lose our golden eggplant, our golden goblet. For a butterfly, it doesn't seem worth it. So, outwitting all trials behind us, we had succeeded. We enter the pyramid. We still got loss of sanity. So after weeks of traveling, joy overcame me. I knew that this name, Frederick Courteney Selous, would go down in history as I departed. After I departed this life. Wow, that didn't come out right. So I congratulated Vuma, but instead of joy, I saw sadness. She would never leave these sacred grounds. So let's try to convince her to stay with us. Doesn't look like we did do good. Come on. No, she decided to stay here. So to England. We're going back to England. What did we get? We got 10, our starting fame, our golden pyramid for 100, and 200 points for the speed bonus. Let's finish up that expedition and pick our medal. Look at that loyal looking donkey. Desert Explorer, Anthropology. We can study cultures for extra fame, or we can get extra bullets. Hey, let's try Anthropology. Studies of indigenous cultures can be created for extra fame. Let's try that. I wonder if we can maybe spend a little bit more time and get a little bit more fame as we're out here. So we're a little bit behind that dick Charles Darwin. Just a tad. But we've got all this stuff to sell and the gift. So let's sell the pelts. That's a quick $10 for murdering 2 helpless animals in the wilderness. We'll gift the golden eggplant. And we're going to sell the fangs. His teeth, they're not really worth too much. We are way ahead, and we got $50, but let's call it 90 and just sell that thing. We'll buy lots of gear with it, and it's going to help us with our next expedition. I'm going to call it here for this video, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me. And again, I apologize that up until this point with this game, I've had some issues with recording with the save files. But like I said, I'm going to correct that, and by the time you're seeing this video, I should have already had the rest of at least this expedition and the further expeditions as this character already done. So leave a like, a comment below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Any kind of feedback like that, it just means so much to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.